Love it, yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's a bit of me inside would tell me, this is your thing. But obviously, when you're doing it for so long, you get tired. Like, well, is it really for me though? Because that's what the media industry does for you. I mean, like, to you, it's most of the time. Like, you think with him, you're not really that person who, or this is not really your thing.
I remember Sbu I used to do a show before you on a Sunday, right? You will come in around 4-ish, and then you show about 6, right?
6 to 7 sports rap, yeah.
So that whole 2-hour thing, you were preparing for the show.
Trust you me, because remember, I was doing breakfast in the morning, right?
Yes.
So that means I'm at the studio every Saturday and Sunday for 13 hours.
Shucks.
You know, with no job, sometimes I have to, ask you guys for some money or whatever.
Yeah.
I had to. I had no money. So I'll be there. So every time I'm on air doing that show, at the same time I'm also preparing for the show later. Because I'm talking about the same thing anyway. Yes, in the morning I'm talking about I'm involving everybody. Yeah. Then at 6 to 7 it's a niche market. I'm talking to just a particular group of people. Yeah. Who sports fans. So whenever I go on air, I do something in my mind. I'm like, this is happening. This is good for the show. But obviously during the week, I'll see stuff that I'm like, this will be good for the show. So I never really take like more than an hour to prepare for a show because I always get these things and I know my stuff. Yeah. It's always there. Yeah. So like when I see people prepare for their shows, I used to get like shocked. I'm seeing paragraphs, I'm seeing tables, I'm seeing like, hey, what are you guys talking about, God? Hey, which one is this one now? Yeah. But so it just came organically and just it was literally second nature for me to just literally, just know stuff that I have to talk about.
I've seen a lot of people when they're doing links, they will literally read a link, and you'll be like, what am I missing? Yes. What am I missing?
No, mate, you see that? That is, I think that person, because when they read it, it comes out okay because they want to make it sound good for on air. Yeah. But that's not them though.
100%.
How do you talk about something and you yourself cannot relate to? You're writing it down so that it sounds perfect and it sounds radio friendly, it sounds okay. Yeah. Why can't you just be yourself and be like, screw it? I just go in there. That's what I used to do because you see, the nice thing about links is that when you overthink them, they become nonsense.
Yes.
They become nonsense. When you plan it, like I know for a fact, I would plan links in my mind. I would plan it, I would say this and that, and I would not say it exactly how I plan it, how I plan it to sound like. I miss like 2 words, it's nonsense. Then it's all gibberish after that.
Yeah. Because you're cautious.
Yes.
Say yon a lente that I wanted to be yon. Yes. Let's talk about the transition first. Sure. When I left DYR, Gibona Emapepeni after a few months or so, to know Sbu is with East Coast Radio now.
You saw it in the newspaper?
Yeah.
Never that big.
As much as we are friends, I don't know when you tell that newspaper, I'm like, this guy.
You mad, mate? Which newspaper? Hey, this guy.
I'm like, thank you, this guy. Like, how did that come about, though? From DYR to East Coast Radio?
Sure, mate. It came at a very dark time in my career and in my life as well. Because it came in 2019. 2019 was like my worst year ever. Because I just had a kid. I'm not working.
You have a kid?
Yeah, I have a son.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, congrats, man. I didn't know.
He's turning 3 years old in April.
Okay.
And I have a son, man. I don't have a job. I work at DYR, and this thing, I feel like I'm good at it. And because the thing is, I've already shut out the compliments from radio. Your friends are happy to hear you on radio, yes, but they don't understand radio. And are you radio good? They're happy with it. Hey, see, this you're killing it. Yeah. And I've long parted ways with all those compliments because they're nonsense. They don't make sense. It's great, but it's nonsense. But when I started getting props from people in the industry, that frustrated me a lot. But it's okay, you're seeing what I'm doing. Why aren't gosh? Yeah. So I remember 2019 I was suicidal. At some points I was Yeah, I was very dark time. I was suicidal. I had a son. Didn't know and my career is nonsense. I feel like I'm good, but nobody's seeing that. And yeah, mate, it was such a bad time. And then my family were telling me which I should quit radio, and I've been shutting out that noise for the longest time. But eventually, I was close to succumbing to that. Would say, no, maybe I should. Yeah. Because I go yoga, plus manje, it's no longer about passion. Now I have to find something that will feed the kid. It's not about me anymore. So, remember, Uncle played a big part in my radio career, because he sort of like helped me start off, maintain me, and make sure I stay at the top level. Always grateful to that guy. And then so later in the year, after I've gone over that and not suicidal again, everything, I'm just trying to push this thing and see, because I was literally giving radio a year. Yeah. I would say 2019, if nothing happens, sharp radio is done. Yeah. Forget about radio. Then I get a nomination for KZN Sports Awards.
Yeah. Oh yes, I remember that. Yeah.
That was big. I didn't realize it was big. I was happy. Yeah, cool. I didn't realize it was big. Yeah, this happens. This is radio. Screw it. We're not gonna cut again. It's been happening. Yeah. So when that happened, it was, I didn't realize it was big, because I just thought it was one of those, yo, live your dream. I was joking.
Wow.
I'm joking. No, but until there was Super Sports, then I was interviewed. I'm on TV now. My name is there. People from Joburg now, hitting me up on the DMs there. Boy, we're seeing you spoke very well. Like, what? This is big. Yeah. Obviously, then I met. I met Myron in the year. Myron Laika was a former editor at East Coast Radio. Now works for Super Sports and does some stuff for Get Up Productions. Nice. So Myron, he was there. So in the panel, right? I was the only community media person. I was up against a guy from Meso, rest in peace, Nduduzo Dladla. He worked for Isolezo. He won the award. He went on to win the national award again, which was great. Nice. And then there was Amanda Zondi, who is a frequent winner of that award. So coming in as a community radio, community media, and just and having to crack that sort of space. It was, I already felt like I was the biggest winner, and even Nduduzo, the late Nduduzo, did say, today, mate, you're the biggest winner, because this is unheard of and this is great, and we've been watching you grow, and this is great. Keep at it. Yeah. And then we outside, Myron Naka, we're speaking, and then he's also giving me some nice props. I'm like, but wait, why don't you call me up? I mean, East Coast, why don't you just, Yeah. But anyway, so this was on Saturday. On Monday, right? On Monday. So obviously, at the awards, I was planning not to take my family, because they were telling me I should stop. So now I was very spiteful. I'm getting awards recognitions now. I need my awards. Yeah. But then since came into my mind, or came into effect, then I eventually when then they saw I'm being received well, and people respect my work and everything. Yeah. So I'm feeling guys, from now on, support. So I don't want any excuses. Yeah. But it's sharp. Monday, 5 p.m. I'm preparing for my show, Sports Rap. So Sports and Love starts at 6. I'm outside. Oh no, we just had a meeting. We're just sitting down, just relaxing, just before the show starts. Myron Naka calls me. Mate, how's it? Yeah, no, been following you. Been checking your arts. This is what's happening. We want you to join us. We want you to start this weekend. What the hell? Yeah. This call I've been waiting for for the longest time, and I only sent like a demo back in maybe somewhere like in March or something. Yeah. Then only in sort of like October or September, yeah. They then call me to come start, and they're about to go to let's us review and interview. No. Yeah. And guys, we needed to interview. I don't know it. I was just like, come, we want you to start. Come as of to Tuesday. Yeah. Until Friday, you come and do voice training, script training, and how we do stuff here. That was it. Saturday, to my surprise, I go there working for East Coast Radio. Yeah. And then, I think it was on Thursday or Wednesday. Like, yeah, mate, sorry, again, just in case you're not away. You also be doing bulletins for Jacaranda FM in Johannesburg. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I have both my voice is on 2 stations in 2 provinces at the same time. I was like, no, get out of here, man.
Wow.
Get out of here. It was crazy. It was crazy. And this is the same year I wanted to literally kill myself. And now all these things are happening. It was so, it was unreal. It was unreal. Like, I remember me not remembering anything about what happened there.
Yeah.
Because it was just, it was crazy, man. I couldn't believe it.
I want to say, sometimes it takes something bad for us to tell us something good.
True.
Yeah.
True.
You, East Coast, Jacaranda now, at the same time.
Yeah.
So when Zinjana, are you signing 2 contracts?
No. Doesn't work like that. I wish I was. I wish I was.
Yeah.
No. So obviously Jack and ECR are under the same umbrella of Kagiso Media.
Okay.
So they share resources. So even guys from here, they would if they may be in Joburg or whatever, they can still do the East Coast radio shows in Jack.
Oh yeah.
Right. But we share literally resources. So that's what's happening. Even right now, weekends, you know, they use I wouldn't say East Coast Radio because we are all like Kagiso Media employees.
Yeah.
So Gareth does weekends, does both for ECR and Jack, same as me when I'm working. So it's like that. We it's literally one call. I don't get paid twice. No, I don't. I wish though, but I don't. It's literally just you're doing the same thing, but for another station. But it's literally just doing the same thing. I'm not sure if it makes sense.
Get you.
Same thing, but different station, but same thing.
Yeah, I think I've seen that Squee 947 KFM where someone will work for both radio stations.
Yeah.
Okay. So for someone who's into sport, right? And then bahlele kai agazi ukuthi angangena kanjani ku radio because manje ku radio wonke umuntu is talking indaba ye demo. No one is talking about ukuthi no fanele mhlambe ube nothando lesport. So everyone wants to just ukuthi enze a demo so they could get into radio. Abanye manje ama radio station they came up nententsha manje nokurana ama competition yayibona lento yakhona.
Yes.
So for umuntu ongafuna ukuba nje just a normal sport person, radio person ozokwenza a magazine show. Ofuna ukwenza sport, what can you say to them? Badingani?
I like that question because I've noticed ukuthi abantu who call themselves sports reporters, they're only interested in like a particular sport, maybe football, the most of them, right?
Yes.
And people don't enrich themselves ukuthi bazazi in sports. There's
sport codes.
Yeah, sport codes, yes. And it gives you a bit of an edge about ukuthi if Sbu Zulu bazi mhlambe ibhola kakhulu and baphakathi laphana, how am I? It's literally it's not rocket science. You need to learn other sports. Mina I ukuthi ngifike sports yathanda impela ngikhole ngaso vele ibhola was the first thing vele into laselokishini ngiyazi ibhola phela.
Yeah.
But even emncane ba masela hathi ukuthi ngifundise cricket, ngifunde rugby and understand because I love sports, not just ibhola phela. And that's the difference between umuntu othi uthanda sports and umuntu othi ufisa nje ungenele nowenza sports and then the entire bulletin ikhuluma ngebhola kuphela, which is nonsense, by the way. It's nonsense. It shouldn't be like that. But also it's not about loving sports, about knowing it. You need to know your stuff. Like if you just randomly ask me who won the last Champions League, whatever thing, you need to be here on your toes. Like that's what sports does to you. And you don't have, you know, when you find the one particular thing that you like, you can't just like, oh, I love your car. Oh, I love your Corona. And then, what about your Corona? You can't just say, I love your Corona. But you must know deeper your Corona. What's the engine? What's the valve? What's the thing? Everything. You know? What's in depth? You can't, because you separate the Corona and you near a bit of an edge. So, no matter when we see demo, in the sports, what's nice, sports, Sammy, when people listen to you, you know your golf, you know your. I'm just make an example. You know your curling. You know your cricket. You're good. You're all round good. You know your sports. That's what it is. If you know your sports, and I mean you can take a chance. You know your sports really well, and then you just have to work on your radio reading and then flip it. That's it. it's not that easy, but I mean, it gives you a bit of an advantage that you are teachable because you know your stuff.
Yeah.
You just have to be taught how to report it and put it in a radio way.
Yeah.
Or not just radio, because different radio stations, they have their own styles of reporting.
Yeah.
So you just have to be taught how to do this. Because if I was to move from this radio station to another one, they'll teach me their way of reporting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it won't be as short as ours is, or maybe long as ours is. Yeah, but it will differ. That's the only thing. As long as you know your sports, you need to know your sports, mate. That's it. Know your sports.
You've worked for a community radio.
Yeah.
You've moved on to a regional radio station now. Even though economically accept yokuthi ubuye ube seJacaranda. But what's next for Sbu? What icabangayo ukuthi fanele ilandele?
I'm not thinking of my next move yet. I still want to be perfect.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's good.
I still want to be perfect. I don't want to talk about. Yes, you all want to be on TV, Super Sports, or whatever. Okay, I'm afraid of a camera, so I don't care if I don't end up on Super Sports. Okay, yes, I become it. I'm fine.
Yeah.
But yes, you all want to be there. We all want to be the Robert Marawas of the future, right? Because that's the pinnacle, I guess, if I can put it that way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I want to be. Because radio is my thing. I love radio, right? I want to be Robert on radio, not Robert on TV.
Yeah.
If I don't make it a Robert on TV, it's fine. But Robert on radio, to be trusted like that, people who don't even listen to sports, but once they hear Robert's voice, it gets their attention.
Yeah.
So it's not about obviously their voice, but I just want to be that brand who would see trusted. Because once I get perfect, not even perfect as a human being, because that's impossible, but perfect in my craft, to a point whereby people can trust me. Say, if I want something, I go to Sbu.
Yeah.
Or I tune into Sbu's show, or the show that Sbu does, because I never believe it's Sbu's show. I always say it's a show of the radio station, not yours.
Yes.
Because that's why the personalities now have a big head. Because this is my show. Once they say that, you can't tell them nothing.
Yeah.
Especially these community radio station guys. Hey, those guys, this is my show. Don't tell me.
What are you saying about me?
No, but you know what I'm talking about.
I know.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know when someone says, this is my show, you can't tell me, hey.
Yes, actually, I was going there. Most of our radio personalities are community radio. Sinalento yethu yoklesha.
Yes.
Singazi ukuthi enziwa yini. Sport guys. Kuhamba kanjani kunina? Like
no. Tina, we are good. We are good. You know, with sports, because I think because we're so sports orientated, we understand sports teams and sport work or teamwork.
Wow.
It's so cliche.
Wait. Before uhambe yakun, like there's you, Sbu the sport guy, even though I'll drop, right?
Sbu Zulu.
And then there's another guy in Muzos sports mjita.
Yeah.
like what's your take on that?
Okay, interesting story. Some guy knows my guy, of course, we both were at DYR. He called me there, then Wang Shiag.
Yeah.
Wasaya move on to another station. And then original station, of course.
Yeah.
So what happened was this one time remember I told you he was doing the weekday show, right? Weekday sports in the weekdays. So I was driving around with a friend of mine, and then we're listening to DYR, and he comes in. Sports guy Sam. I'm like, what? Then I drove to the station, like, mate, you can't call yourself that.
Yeah.
I'm the sports guy Smooth. Find your own name.
Yeah.
Right? Then he changed to Sports Mjida, right? Because he moved to a bigger platform earlier than me. So earlier on, when people would learn I call myself sports guy Smooth, it's like I'm Copenhagen, man.
Oh,
you know?
Yes.
And it's not even about that. And I it wasn't good like I'm like, no, mate. Find because I can talk to him however. Tell him, mate, find your own name, chief. You can't be sports guy. Find your own name. Then sports Mjida. Then sports Mjida actually like people actually like I think that's one of the reasons why we sports guys move, because it seems like because we commercially, it seems like I'm trying to go ahead to even though I'm very secret. But I was afraid of what the people outside would do to us, putting us together.
No, I didn't even know what's Niazwana up until the now we're on that network thingy.
Oh yeah,
and then I saw you guys together. Like, oh yeah. Shout out to Jinx. I was like, oh nice. These guys are friends.
Yeah, I think on that day I stole someone's beer. Actually, I thought it was his. I thought it was his. Hey, they were sitting on a table with Portia Mapumulo. Yeah, yes. She just moved like to the station now. And they were sitting at the table. So I get you know which I mean. I think
I remember that.
This guy was like, Vida, what's it? What's it, Vida? Show Vince. Obviously, he hampered. Then, so he's like trying to start something with me. So he called us. I'm like, someone say, man, somebody pay about. What the man guys? Flip, that's why I left. That's why I was looking for you again. That's happened.
That's why you cut it.
Yo, sorry to that guy, but yo, bro. And I think who Porsche can't call me, I think because of that. I'm not sure.
Are you serious?
I'm not sure.
No, man, Porsche is not like that. Porsche is not like that.
Yo.
Sbu, apart from radio, what else do you do? Like before saying what else do you do? Ukulmogo to Bufund.
Sure.
Like, I'm sure you were referring to tertiary.
Yeah.
Wenzeni.
I studied media and journalism.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, the same year, 2019 was crazy. Same year, 2019, before I moved and before I got that award recognition, I wrote my first article, which was printed on paper. In paper Zulu. That's why so it's under the Bayete newspaper. It's a Zulu newspaper, like everything is Zulu.
Okay.
Zulu. Under Bayete, it's a regional, it's a provincial newspaper. Bayete, I think Pepper Lohlang or something, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And interesting story, they were looking for sports reporters, right? And then I applied. They asked me to send two articles about recent events of what happened in sports recently. I wrote 2 articles. I sent to them. Then they replied. I sent it to them. Then they replied, which I must come back for an interview the following week. It was a Thursday when I went for that interview. I went. As I'm sitting down, I met this guy, Swane. I think it's from Maritzburg.
Okay.
Yeah. Swane. He wrote for another community paper in Maritzburg. So we're sitting down, we're chatting, and then we introduce each other. And then I'll tell you my name. No. Sbu Zulu. I think I know this name. Like maybe media briefings, whatever, because we attend these things in sports. And then he tells me, look at my article. It was printed about. So it was published about. I'm like, okay, cool. So as he's opening my mate, this is not you. May I pay both of my articles? I'm gonna get an interview. It's about printing a pan. That was crazy. That was about printing a pan, and then like, oh shucks. That's crazy. That's the message I party, dude. I feel about it all. Yes, I know I look at you know, couldn't find the guys in time. Like, begging the interview. I first cut when I went to go and I went like, oh, crazy. Oh, but it didn't last long. Stayed for like 2 weeks there because we had agreements. There were things that we needed to what they agreed with to assist me with. Because when I get up and I get the internship. Bavuma, I say ngabuza indaba ze assistance in terms of like traveling, whatever, if I need to do stuff. But it's fine. If you need anything, call this guy now. Call a village, give me a call or email me, whatever, sharp. Then there was a case where that needed that sort of thing to happen. But again, they just didn't fulfill their obligations in a way. And I didn't even say I don't think they realized what's in because it was just maybe that intern that day. But yeah, but it was crazy because I still have the newspaper right now. We are Bentley. I still have it.
But I strongly believe Ukula is Zulu.
No. They're printed. By the way, I tell you, Ukula was helping me with such a way like, hey, chief, if I want to say this, you need log. You called. I'm like, okay, cool.
What?
Then yeah. But I think when it's part of it to me, Zulu. When it's part like high school, I used to ride because I remember I used to I wrote some stuff and apply from high school because my fear was always the bigger picture was say after school. Yes, I want to do journalism, but I know how hard it is to get a job in journalism and media. From high school, I was writing articles in Zulu. They asked me to write about 1,200 words in Zulu. I was applying Ibayet, which I don't know how that happened. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
But then 2 years later, I still go back to the same newspaper, but it's different. Well, different, I guess, same, yeah, I guess if I can put it that way, but a different paper in the same media house.
Okay.
So, but yeah, still under the same media house. So that didn't happen. But I was always writing. It was still better back then. I forget your eyes were out the window.
Yeah, I know.
Out the window.
I know.
Hey, yeah.
But moving along.
You can't say that. Let's say move along, guy. Some nonsense. Oh,
bruh, like, what do you do now? I know, Gucci, you in radio, you love radio.
Sure.
But believe like you especially in Durban, KZN, Maugui industry lesigion. There should be something else you're doing on the side. Because I think ukuthi media yethu ayikhoki kahle la KZN.
Yeah, that's true.
Anything else you're doing on the side?
Let me retry.
Okay.
Anyway, forget about it. Yeah, no. So obviously, with media is the one thing that I have passion of, or I'm passionate about, media and sports. So I also do podcasting.
Okay.
Yeah, I do podcasting on the side.
Nice.
Yeah, podcasting is cool. And it's nice because I'm still active. You know, I'm still active on radio, so it gives me a platform to say nonsense about the people that I can't say nonsense about on radio.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So I can talk my nonsense and still be accepted, you know? But obviously, I think at some point, because I'm still learning, right? This line of podcasting and being active on radio, on how to conduct myself, because there's no way I can be Sbu Zulu off the change room of podcasting and be Sbu Zulu of radio, and whatever views I express on either platform, they won't sort of like resonate to me, or they won't represent me. They will eventually. They actually do. So obviously, no matter I talk bad about a sports team or a sports person or whatever, I still have to remember I have the obligation to report about them, or at some point interview them. So if I would contradict myself like that, hey boy, I will tell you, but I will actually you went to sleep, hey, biased, and then I'm in problems. So I'm obviously I'm working on that balance. It's not easy, because when you give umuntu the freedom, because you're always asking the questions. You ask me one question, I take 9 minutes to answer it, because I'm not used to answering, right? So that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm because I'm trying to have multiple stuff of podcasting. As much as I'm on radio, but I also believe in podcasting. That that's obviously this is where everybody wants to go, where everyone is going. So yeah, I that's what I'm doing right now. Podcasting, radio, that's what I'm doing right now.
All right. The same thing you my podcast. It seems as if a lot of people are going that way now. So succeed?
No, that's important. No. But it's a problem if you don't try. It's a problem if you think just because these guys made it and these guys failed at it, now I will fail. That is a problem. That's where we'll have a problem. However, because the thing is, it's a numbers game. You can have all the best content, but it's a numbers game at the end of the day. People watch things that, especially on YouTube, people watch things that other people watch. If you have 10,000 views on something, people watch that. If you have 0 or 1 view opposed to 118 view, people will go to 118 because there's more reference to what you have posted or put up than this one. You can have all the truth in the 0-1 with 0 views, and the other one, because they have maybe a bit of following, they have no truth or nonsense at all, and then they obviously get the numbers up, and that's the problem, and that's the only thing that will kill the people from podcasting and everything. It's because you're obviously competing with social media influencers, people with a lot of numbers and everything, people buying numbers. I know people are buying numbers on social media. I don't know about YouTube. Maybe someone will still get to that point. So that's the only thing. But I don't think everyone will succeed. But I think everyone should try, though.
There's nothing as heartbreaking as posting a video on YouTube and then you come back after a month and there's only like 7 views.
Yep, I know all about that. Yep, I know all about that. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. Because you know the crazy thing is that I remember when you started the change room, we had the very first episode was 267 views. This is not till dates, by the way. So 267, and then when time goes, because we were putting up stuff every week. Yeah. Right? The numbers plummet. Numbers will plummet, and then we had, so now we noticed something. We started having shots, right? Shots. Our most viewed shots, I think it was like 400 to 500, right? Most viewed shots. So that's like a 5 minutes thing. All the other content we're posting up is like 40 minutes, an hour. Nobody got time for that. Yeah. Unless you are like a Mac G, unless you are like a Joe Rogan. Yes. You know, if you are those guys, or Joe Biden, Joe Biden maybe, You know, if you are those guys, you have numbers. People, you are sort of like a voice. You can equate to a voice. That's why when I say I'd want to be perfect what I'm doing, so that if I start a podcast as Sbu Zulu in the future, I don't have to say, hey, please stream. People will come to me. You know? So when I have that sort of impact in people, they will come to me. Yeah. If maybe radio decides to get rid of me one day, I start my own podcast, people come to me. When they hired someone else at 6 to 7, they do their own sports show. Instead of them doing that, they'll rather put on iTunes or whatever. They'll stream me live on their cars because that's how they trust me. That's a brand that I'm trying to build. Nice. And it's not only just about facts. It's about banter and talking nonsense and having fun. Because if we streamlining everything, where's the fun? Yes. You know, where's the fun? And also just to be, and also the another thing that I also want other sportscasters to do, in my level, of course, not the guys at the top, whatever Tabbies or whatever. Yeah. In my level, introduce other sports. We have, I mean, I know a Champions League would trend more than Brad Binder finishing 4th in a MotoGP race. Vilko Nina will not even trend, but you find Real Madrid will trend more than. They'll talk about Real Madrid 6:30, 7:30, 8:30. They talk about Real Madrid, they talk about Chelsea, they talk about Paris, they talk about Chiefs, they talk about TP Mazembe, they talk about AFCON, they talk about Champions League, they talk about World Cup, Football World Cup. But South African came close to winning a second major in golf. They don't talk about them. Talk about MotoGP. When the first South African won a MotoGP race, they don't talk about Brad Binder. They don't talk about when the first South African who went from Moto3 to MotoGP, the first time since Jack Miller in MotoGP, was Darren Binder. We have 2 South Africans who are brothers. They're both racing in the moto class. Nobody's talking about that. But people will tell you about football.
I bet you some sport persons I know
that very because it's annoying because and it's annoying because man, and unfortunately, how much does it Josie they do these things? How much does it Josie they we cover Ebola one way. Yeah. Yeah. And man, and you see, I'm not blowing my own horn here, and by my own horn I mean like the guys that I work with. Super Sports Media Quiz. ECR is always top 3 or top 2 or even winning it. Last year, we came second. We won KZN. The other year, I had a problem with my teeth, whatever. The guys came second or third or something. And it's always KZN.